everyone, and welcome to the 212th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict. You may know me better as BHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, a bunch of nonsense. With me, as always, is my friend, co-host, and man who was absolutely taken for a ride by the airport.
God.
My good friend Frederick.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into all crazy activities that have happened recently, just a little preview of the episode. Today we're talking about the new Knives Out film, Wake Up Dead Man. It's going to be good.
And boy, do we have thoughts.
We got some thoughts on the new Benoit, as big Benoit enjoyers ourselves. We're also talking a little bit of news. We got a Supergirl trailer, got some Golden Globe nominations. It's going to be a good time. So there are time codes down below. Skip around as you please. But now I will say we're doing a little bit of a long distance or not sitting together pod today because of complications that have arisen with Fidalgard's travels.
God, yeah. Well, let me label this section Freddy's fucked airport experience.
Freddy gets fucked. The movie.
It's just me and the airport security for like 6 hours. It's beautiful. No, essentially. So, we had, as you said, we had plans to meet up today to do an in-person pod. But yesterday, when I returned from my travels to Scotland, where I had my graduation.
Big congrats, by the way.
Thank you. So I get back to Copenhagen Airport. Everything's all smooth. Everything's all good. I've got my backpack and I got my checked suitcase I'm going to go pick up. Let me quickly go to the bathroom. Bam, bam, bam. And then I'll be back in like 30, 40 minutes. Then I go out and I wait for my suitcase for about 45 minutes. And nothing shows up. And I see there's an identical suitcase, but that isn't mine, still on the conveyor belt. And I think, okay. I see what's happened here. I'm picking up what you're putting down. And so then I grab that suitcase just to go over to the baggage. And so I steal that suitcase. No, so I grab that suitcase and I bring it over to the kind of like baggage service help desk. And they look to see if my suitcase has been sent somewhere else. But no, it should be here. And then they call the guy whose suitcase it is, and he says, well, I left the airport. I forgot to pick up my own suitcase, but I didn't pick up anyone else's. So I'm calling big Le Cap on that one. What are the chances? So it's a bright turquoise suitcase. Like, bro, you definitely just took the wrong one. And like, if you just owned up to it, that'd be totally fine. But so I spent a few hours there, and then they basically opened a case for me and stuff like that. And then now, because I told you all this, but now an update to the saga.
Oh boy.
I woke up this morning to a call from a random woman, and she goes, "Is your name Frederick? And have you by any chance lost a suitcase?" And I go, my heart is, I jump out of bed excited because also there's a lot of like, I've got my new suit, I've got my boots and stuff like that in that suitcase. So like, it's not just like, random shit. And so then she tells me that she just found my suitcase sitting on her street this morning.
Hey, yo.
And I was like, huh?
Did bro dump the evidence?
Bro literally did a hit and run, dumped the evidence on a random street in Copenhagen.
What?
And so I'm like, okay, what the hell? What's going on here? And I asked her, like, is the stuff in it? She's like, oh, she didn't want to take a look, but it feels like kind of heavy. So, maybe if I wanted to come out and pick it up. That shit was really far away from my place. So I got up and then I literally came back like 20 minutes ago before the pod. So timed it perfectly. But I went, picked up the suitcase. I check inside. It's all still there. So a beautiful kind of like wholesome come together. But also what kind of a sleaze bag takes the suitcase and then just dumps the evidence on the street?
So, yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know if because there was talk of it being perhaps a legal matter at some point. So I don't know if we can speculate here. I guess allegedly we think it was that guy who left his suitcase and took yours and then dumped. Is that your Benoit-esque like deduction here?
I'm almost certain that when we called, in fairness, I will say I've not actually checked to see if everything is in the suitcase yet. So there might still be a bad moment coming up here. But I think the thing was that we called him, then he realized that he'd taken the wrong suitcase and then he just dumped it somewhere.
That's such a weird response.
Very strange. It's like you could just bring it back and have to deal like with a slightly awkward encounter, but no, bro went full discard mode. In the street.
That's crazy. Goodness me. That's wow. Yeah, that's just so. I mean, I'm not one for confrontation. I don't like social awkwardness, but I feel like I would rather have a semi-awkward thing where you just say, "Oh, sorry, my bad," than dumping it on the street.
It's a completely rogue move, and it's so rogue to the point where I almost respect it if it wasn't my own stuff.
Yeah, where you almost might do that someday just for the sake of it.
Yeah, I might pull this one out next week.
Well, I guess all's well that ends well.
Exactly.
But what a genuine
but just a very strange sequence of events. I mean, again, knock on wood, I haven't checked the full suitcase yet, but I'm hoping everything's still there. But at least the suitcase itself, back in FDK arms.
Okay, we're happy to see that. I mean, yeah, very appropriate anecdote considering that's the next Benoit mystery. Who stole the suitcase? And much like Benoit, also, you didn't really solve much. It was just kind of dropped into your lap.
Exactly. Things just kind of drop into my lap like the road to Damascus.
That was kind of a beautiful moment, but we'll get into it.
Exactly.
But yeah, well, I'm glad it's back in safe hands.
Thank you.
I'm glad you can now pod with a clear mind that you possibly have your stuff unless it's all been
Otherwise,
stolen.
I'd be tweaking and crashing the fuck out.
Yeah, you would hate the movie then, just all of a sudden. Well, should we talk a little bit of news first before we dive into our Wake Up Dead Man topic? And first piece of news, and again, as we said when we talked about Tatsuya Nakade a few weeks ago, hate to, the pod is a very silly, goofy show. Hate to talk some sad news, but genuinely horrific, terrible news coming out of Los Angeles with the death of Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle.
I know, it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, now to be clear, we're recording this on Monday. The show goes up on Friday, so undoubtedly there will be more information coming out. We don't have a lot of information at the moment. It's just being investigated as a homicide. There have been reports about his son and this kind of stuff in certain outlets, but I haven't seen that confirmed in other outlets, so I don't want to sort of speak on that. So yeah, when this comes out, there'll probably be more information, but just terrible, just truly horrible news.
It's one of those where you wake up and you read it and there's just like a pit in your stomach because you're like, what the fuck's happening? What's going on?
No, really, just really awful. Rob Reiner, legendary director, actor. Yeah, he's directed. Honestly, I think he's like an underrated pick in the like best directors ever conversation with like, I love his versatility in his genres. When he did almost like the best versions of a bunch of different films. He did like the best rom-com with When Harry Met Sally, the best courtroom movie with A Few Good Men, the best coming of age movie with Stand By Me. He has Misery, one of the best Stephen King adaptations. Presumably other stuff that I'm forgetting. And then also as an actor,
just a very good actor as well. Like he's in, was it Wolf of Wall Street? He's Jess's dad in New Girl.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff from a little bit before our time. I think we, like our generation, we know him mostly as the dad from Wolf of Wall Street, Jess's dad, New Girl. He was in The Bear recently as well. He had a very funny part in The Bear. Just a horrible loss for the film world, and also just a like, again, we don't have a lot of details, but a totally like awful tragedy. And him and his wife were also, politically active, campaigning for lots of good causes, same-sex marriage, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, just terrible. So rest in peace, Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner. Terrible. I think we get the sad stuff out of the way so we can get into the goofy stuff.
Exactly.
To do our Benoit impressions, as we'll get to.
Exactly. We have already done a few Benoit impressions. I don't know if that's appropriate at this point.
We build up with the Benoit and then we go full out at the end. But yeah, let's talk about some other news. We have a couple of trailers. Not too much crazy news this week, but we have a couple of trailers. First of all, did you see the Supergirl trailer?
I did indeed.
What do we think?
I see you being surprised.
Yeah, I can't believe you did your job for once. No wonder someone took your suitcase.
There's a turning point for me. Yeah. I realized I need to wake the fuck up.
Lock the fuck in, man. Bro.
But yeah, I did see this, and you know what? It looks interesting. I mean, we don't get a whole lot from it, but I think Millie Alcock seems like she'll play a very good Supergirl. Yeah, I did see there's a lot of what's it called? Crypto the Superdog.
Yes, Crypto, your favorite character.
Just when he showed up, I was like, "Fuck me."
Yeah, he's like the first shot in the trailer, isn't he? He pisses on a newspaper or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like immediately, I was like, "Okay, so Crypto's in this. Don't love it, but we move." And do you think is this going to be more like a story about how she got to Earth and about Krypton and stuff, or is this more like after the events of Superman?
No, I mean, from what I've gathered, I'm sure it'll have some. I think you see a flashback to Krypton in the trailer. I'm sure it'll have some stuff about the backstory and Kryptonians and whatnot. But I think this is after Superman because she has the dog with her, and at the end of Superman, she picks up the dog, and I think she goes like she's a party girl. She goes around partying on planets, and then adventure finds her and whatnot. Whoever this various mysterious characters and. I think it looks pretty fun, to be honest. I'm kind of on board. I like
it's not James Gunn doing this though, right?
No, it's a guy called Craig Gillespie, who I'm not familiar with his work, but it looks pretty fun. I like the idea of like superhero party. Like I know some people are already like Supergirl is like partying gross, bad. I don't really know what.
Ew, I hate partying. Let me go back to my goon cave.
Like I don't know if that's like maybe she's different in the comics. I don't know. And like the poster says like truth, justice, whatever, which is like a little bit of like a just as a joke. It's kind of like a Rick and Morty style like. And I am so sardonic and whatever. But it's a fucking poster. Like they have catchphrases or whatever on a poster or slogans or whatever. I think
people see the poster, they freak out. How dare she go out and party? That damn harlot.
I don't know. I'm sure I have not, for the sake of like just being a happy human being, I've not engaged with like online discourse about like woman in movie or whatever. But like I'm sure that's an element of it. But. I don't think it looks like incredible or anything. It looks, sort of like a standard superhero movie, kind of a Guardians type vibe. It has the pop music in the trailer, and and I like Millie Alcock in the one role that I've seen her in House of the Dragon. I thought she was very good in that, and I liked her in the little cameo she has in Superman.
Yeah, the little clip of her in Superman. Yeah, I'm very much there for it. She was. My girlfriend watched another show. I forget the name of it now, but where she also had a major role, and she was also very good in that. I don't think it was White Lotus.
It's one because I remember when my mom went to go see Superman. She was like, "Oh yeah, I liked Superman. It was fun." But then at the end, she was like, "I hate that woman that was Supergirl." And I was like, "Oh," and she was like, "Well, she was in that House of the Dragon show, and that was bad." And then she was in, and there was this other show. I can't remember what it was, but I thought it was. Sirens. Yeah, Sirens. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's the one.
And she did not care for that either. So that's how
Interesting. So Mama Hudson is a Millie Alcock denier.
Not on board. I've not seen Sirens, but I liked her in the stuff I've seen her in. I don't think it's her fault that House of the Dragon is kind of mid. And also
House of the Dragon's kind of mid. Interesting take. Let's not even get into it.
Were you about to say interesting take, lil bro? I could feel that coming out of your
maybe. I was about to get hateful. I was about to get a bit.
What, you thought the last season of House of the Dragon wasn't mid as fuck?
I wasn't mid as fuck. It's not like Game of Thrones peak level, but it's like I think it's better than the last season of Game of Thrones, and I think it had some cool moments. I think it just a bit too much build up. I think I needed a few more payoffs, but in general, and I think the way they took Matt Smith's character was kind of dumb, but. In general?
Yeah, bro, no, Matt Smith was in a fucking haunted castle the whole season, bro. I want to see...
Matt Smith was kind of tweaking out in some castle the entire season, and I didn't love that.
Also in Supergirl, we have Jason Momoa coming back to the DC universe, not as Aquaman, but as Lobo. I think a bounty hunter character. I remember him vaguely from the Justice League show, I think, or maybe the Superman show or something, but...
Is he kind of like Craven coded?
I don't know. I think he's extremely Momoa coded. I'll put it like that. I think Momoa is like...
So he's going to be a fantastic character that we all love and is very handsome.
But I think he is a perfect casting choice because he is... he's like a bounty hunter, space, outlaw, whatever. And Momoa... I feel like Momoa is much more suited for this role than he was for Aquaman.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Did you not think that Momoa was very well suited for Aquaman?
I thought what he did with Aquaman was pretty... I'm talking like just sort of off a... like gut reaction.
Like a comic accuracy or?
Yeah, I don't really care too much about comic accuracy, but like I never really thought of Aquaman as like cool Momoa type of guy. And then, and I thought he did pretty well doing that. But in terms of like when I see Lobo, like if you just ask me in like a vacuum, first casting choice you could think of, like Momoa would be the top one.
Yeah.
So
you're like, that's my boy Jason.
That's Jason right there. So I feel pretty excited for Supergirl, can't lie. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm very much there with you. When does it come out?
I believe July, maybe June, somewhere around there.
Okay. I'm very much there for it.
And I like this DC universe. I'm excited to see where it goes. We also had a trailer for, and this one I doubt you've seen, but which is fine. Which is okay. I know you're.
No, you can't do all your work. Well, let me hear it. I've seen a few trailers.
Okay.
We can't all complete all the simple tasks we're given.
There was a trailer for Street Fighter, the new Street Fighter movie. Did you see this?
I did actually see this.
Let's go. Okay.
I didn't see it. I'm a
yeah.
I saw the posters and who's playing people.
You have done this bit a couple of times before.
It is never not funny.
It's your best bit, really. Rage baiting me.
Rage baiting you into thinking I'm pulling my weight.
But yeah, I mean, you got the posters. It gives you a general. I mean, that was mostly what I wanted to talk about was the cast.
Yeah.
Because the trailer, it looks pretty fun. Like I'm weirdly sort of excited for this. It seems like it could be good, dumb fun, I would say. But yeah, in terms of the cast here, let me pull this up. We have Noah Centineo as Ken Masters. He's from all those like Netflix
That sounds
movies.
like an AI generated sentence.
Isn't he in all those like Netflix like I Kissed So Many Boys or whatever? Isn't that a movie he's in? I mean,
what?
He's in like a what are they called? To All the Boys or whatever. You know what I mean?
I kissed so many little boys.
You added little to that sentence, bro. That
was implied.
That was a total FDK edition. I want that on the record. And also
total FDK edition.
Also, I hope someone clips that out of context. Frederick Dahlgard quote right there. We have Andrew Koji as Ryu. We have Kalina Liang as Chun-Li. We have Roman Reigns as Akuma.
I know. Roman Reigns returning to the big screen.
And Cody Rhodes as Guile.
Yeah, are those the only two WWE stars, or are there more?
There might be more. Those are the only ones that I've seen. Or that I'm aware of.
Roman Reigns, obviously the most fantastic and memorable part of Hobbs and Shaw. So I'm excited to see him come back and really do what he's made to do.
Right. And I'm excited to see Cody Rhodes #finish the story. That's the only thing I know about WWE. I'm sorry.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I just know he's got like the most horrific neck tat I've ever seen.
Okay, a neck tat. What is it like?
I think it's the American flag on his neck.
Oh, I thought it was one of those where it says like Limitless and it's like broke out the Limitless throat or something like that.
I just know that Cody has that either way.
David Dastmalchian is M. Bison. I like David Dastmalchian and everything. We have Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki. I did see someone say about Andrew Schultz's poster, he looks like pedophile Waluigi, which I thought was quite funny.
I like that.
I don't particularly like Andrew Schultz at all, so
no, I
find him
he's
very annoying.
He's got like a kind of a more annoying, trying to be edgy and funny Bill Burr, but Bill Burr does it better.
I mean, as people who have a podcast where we laugh like objectively way too much, I still watch his like clips and I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I don't know. That's just like my immediate reaction to seeing Andrew Schultz. We have Eric Andre as Don Savage. I mean, I'm not super familiar with the Street Fighter lore. I know like the main characters or whatever, from pop culture, but blah blah blah, but it's a stacked cast. I think a standout to me, we got Alexander Volkanovski, the featherweight UFC champion, in there, which is, as given that most UFC fighters are total dirtbags, Alexander Volkanovski, one of the cool guys, at least as far as I'm aware.
One of the better ones.
One of my goats. I love Volkanovski when he won the belt last year.
It's gonna come out tomorrow that he's done something absolutely heinous.
Yeah, I hope not. I mean, a rule of thumb with MMA being like a UFC enjoyer is like just don't look into the fighters. You're not gonna be happy with what you find. But generally, from everything I've seen with Volk, seems like a super wholesome guy. So that's cool. I'm pretty sure 50 Cent is in this as well. Yeah.
50 Cent is in this. He's got like the most insane like weird hairline I've ever seen. He's got like
yeah, I have seen.
Hairline.
I saw some fucking, I don't know, some post that was like 50 Cent been talking all this shit in recent weeks, knowing this poster was going to come out. That's brave.
Have you seen all the like rage baiting and like the King of Pettiness stuff with 50 Cent?
I've seen a little. I've seen him and Diddy doing that, whatever that is. I have not watched. Have you watched the
him and Diddy doing a madness?
Have you watched the Diddy doc? Sorry,
I've not watched the Diddy doc. I don't like how you say that so casually, like it's slang.
The Diddy doc.
Yo, you up You up to date on the Diddy doc?
Sorry, have you seen Searching for Sean Combs or whatever the fuck it's called? Is that better?
Never mind. I see why you called it the Diddy doc. My apologies.
But yeah, Street Fighter, honestly, it looks pretty fun.
For Sean Combs.
I don't know if that's what it's called. I think it looks like a more fun version of that Mortal Kombat movie that came out a few years ago, which was okay. I guess Mortal Kombat movies go. It could have been worse, I guess. But this looks like it has a little bit more personality, a little more pizzazz, a little more wowza. Yeah. So
it's got the X factor.
It's got some more white people sayings I could throw in there, but
I thought you were gonna say it's got some more white people. It's like this one might be better than the Mortal Kombat movie.
A crazy
it's
sentence.
Whiter. Do you think they might take this in the direction of like a Black Mirror episode with Anthony Mackie, where we end up just having a Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns sex scene when they're supposed to be fighting?
Yeah.
Good. Anyways,
Diddy doc. Looks pretty. Anyways, you see the Diddy doc though? No, I think that's in the script. I think you've just leaked it probably.
Sorry, my bad.
That is, by the way,
sorry, Cody.
That Black Mirror episode, like, I know people say it's one of the weaker ones, and I've only seen like 5 Black Mirror episodes. That episode gets funnier and funnier the more I think about it. I'm sorry.
It's so good.
It's an objectively
I laugh so
hilarious presentation of whatever they were trying to, whatever theme they were trying to communicate there. The way they did it was not it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Street Fighter looks pretty cool. I'm into it.
Yeah.
And final thing here, we don't have to do too much on this because they're honestly nothing that crazy about it. But the Golden Globes, the nominations were announced. Yeah, it's about what you'd expect. There was some... Wicked 2 was not nominated for Best Film in the musical category.
Is there uproar about this?
I don't know about uproar. I mean, Papa Hudson did just say, no Wicked 2, ? Bro has not seen Wicked 1 or 2.
So there is uproar.
So people are in the streets with pitchforks.
Mobs.
Yeah, that's happening. But yeah, there was also
did Dwayne receive his nomination?
Dwayne did receive. Yeah, you make it sound like, did the teacher give him his gold star for trying so hard? He did.
Did he get his participation award?
Yeah, which I think, yeah, it's interesting to look at them, in respects to who's going to get an Oscar nom. I don't know if Dwayne's going to get in there, man. Because I mean, for the Golden Globes, they have 2 different categories for. Or do they have 2 different categories for acting? I don't know, but I think they have more nominees at the very least than the Oscars.
Okay,
and I think
do the things usually line up with Golden Globe nominations and Oscar nominations?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a sort of, there's a general direction award season goes. And I mean, I think the thing is the movie was so mid, but also like he did such a like, I'm doing an Oscar performance. Like, look, I'm putting on makeup and doing a voice and doing like a serious movie. So
look at that, my eyebrows, they gone.
I don't know if they're going to fuck with it or not. But yeah, also I don't know if you saw the Timothée Chalamet, he's been doing some rounds being kind of obnoxious. Which I don't know.
Because we've been, I think I did see this. We've been bigging up our boy.
We've been glazing Timothy a little bit, yeah.
But here he is kind of going a little like, I don't know. I feel like he's putting on a little bit of a persona. I don't know how he is in real life.
I've seen some people saying he's doing, because the movie is about like a super competitive table tennis player or something, and so he's doing that persona in it's like a genius or whatever, or else it's like also combined with his, kind of sports mentality into, like, I want to be successful. I will say... Sorry, go ahead.
I think the vibe he's giving off right now, at least in that interview, is kind of like rich boy, daddy's money, who's decided to pursue, like, an underground rap career. That's the vibe.
That's quite an analogy. I can see the energy there.
That's just the vibe it's giving. It's like, do you actually talk like this, Timothy?
Yeah. Because, I mean, I think, of course he is, he's passionate about acting and he's a good actor and everything. I will say though, when we were talking before about Timothy's, like, I kind of like that he's like going for greatness and all this stuff. I think we said it's a thin line to walk with like artistry and wanting to achieve, which I thought, in the quote, whatever we read before, I was like, yeah, I kind of respect that. But also, and maybe he's playing a character persona or whatever, but in general, just also the vibe I get from Timothy, why I didn't really like him initially. He does seem kind of like a douchebag who like thinks he's really cool.
He's getting a little cocky with it.
Yeah, well, he's always just seemed like, that guy in school or whatever who was like, yeah, just sort of thought he was the shit or whatever. And I don't know. Yeah. I'm up and down on the Timothy, and maybe he's doing an epic Marty Supreme persona or something. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. It's because as you just said as well, it's towing that line and saying like, I don't like I believe he even said like, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but this is what I'm striving for. This is what I want to do. I'm like, Timothy, hell yes. But in this shit, he's sitting there saying, well, and this role, this is the real shit. This is good shit. I'm like, Timothy.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, you were like,
where's the tact?
You're built like a scarecrow, bro.
Also, bro, maybe you should eat once in a while. I don't know.
Genuinely no need. But yeah, anyway. Go.
Start just body shaming him.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Also, as if I'm like a Roman Reigns looking figure or something.
Well, I mean, you've been kind of.
I mean, obviously, you know, I've been.
You were Dustin that one time for Halloween. I don't know.
I was. That was kind of my peak. But anyway, we'll see what happens at the Golden Globes and then the Oscars. Speaking of also snubs, though, Wake Up Dead Man did not receive. I don't know if any, but certainly not many Golden Globes nominations. Possibly any. What a transition. Should we transition into talking about that film?
There's been a murder.
A murder? I was trying to think of a quote.
I saw the cogs actually turning.
I couldn't remember his big quote in this.
The road to Damascus.
The only epic Benoit moment I could think of, which I could not really insert without any context, was when he's standing over Josh Brolin's corpse and he's like, jiggly wiggly, let me just get this.
Wiggly wiggly. God,
that genuinely made me burst out laughing. That was
dude. I watched this in prep for the pod. I watched it on the plane home, and you told me before you need to watch this movie and just be warned. There's a few incredibly nutty Benoit moments. I was like, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm waiting. Nothing could have prepared me for the wiggly wiggly on the Brolin corpse.
A little bit wobbly there. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, let me see. He's dead. He's got that jiggly wiggly.
I also did very much enjoy the Benoit organ playing moment. That went
yeah, also very much.
But yeah, overall thoughts. I mean, we are big fans of the Benoit saga so far. Rian Johnson's Knives Out films. We both very much enjoy Knives Out. I think we both enjoy Glass Onion, but a little bit less than Knives Out.
I think that's fair to say. I think Glass Onion is a very good sequel, but not quite up to par.
Yeah. So what did you think of the third film, Wake Up Dead Man?
Okay. Dare I say, I thought it was fantastic.
Hey, okay. I thought you were about to hit me with a crazy plot twist.
No, crazy switcheroo. Honestly, yeah. This might just be recency bias, but I thought it was as good as the first one, if not even better.
Ooh. See, very interesting. I think I can definitely see an argument for that. I think in certain departments, the first one is better. I think the actual mystery and how it all ties together, I think the first one does it a little smoother. But in terms of the emotion of the film, I feel like this is the best one so far. I felt more invested and more moved by the characters and the story than I had by previous Knives Out films. That's how I'd say it.
Exactly. And also, like, I love this movie this much, even watching it on an airplane, kind of like in segments as I was like, taking off and stuff like that. And it was still equally great, I thought. Like, it was so good. I thought the whole vibe of this kind of like, old church out in the middle of nowhere, I thought it fit very well. As you said, the characters were very, very good. And also, the elephant in the room, I think Benoit rocks this new look. I think he looks...
Bro, I was going to say, when he puts on that fucking, like, fedora...
Dude, he's got that shit on.
Holy shit, bro.
Holy shit.
Are we saying best Benoit fits to date? I think we are.
I think we're saying best Benoit fits to date, and I'm fucking loving this new Benoit stubble and hair.
Bro, that's such a good look, man. I like how also this is the first thing we get into. Like, brilliant filmmaking, really emotional, has like themes about religion.
Great
and
characters.
But can we talk about how Benoit got that shit on?
but he does though.
It's kind of impossible to overlook, like right off the bat. I mean,
it's objectively sexy.
It's fucking awesome. No, just the aura he has. I will say
it's fucking awesome.
Movies, I guess. Those 4.5 stars come from the Benoit hat wear. But I think when he first entered, there was a moment where I was like, okay, the accent seems a little more muted this time. Like, it doesn't seem like he's going as hard in the accent. But then, also the movie was really good, which helped get me more into it. But then also he does still hit the wiggly jiggly, those kind of
wiggly jiggly. Because I think a large part of the enjoyment for me at least in the last two movies was also that they were so nutty, and there's like, I think especially in Glass Onion, the nuttiness was dialed to 11.
Yes,
in that movie.
No,
whereas I think the nuttiness is still present where it matters in this movie, but it is dialed back a little bit to focus on what is genuinely like, I think, a very, very good movie. Because like I think if the original movie, if we didn't both like have these like our mutual love for this movie, and if it wasn't as like silly and nutty, I don't think I would enjoy it nearly as much. But here, the nuttiness is scaled back, and I enjoyed even more. So
I think that's a very astute analysis. I think this is like
the nuttiness dialed down.
I think the first one, we watched the first one recently. By the way, I'm working on getting that Ben and Fred watch out. I was supposed to come out before this one came out, and things happened away. I'm working on it. But we watched it recently for Ben and Fred watch. And I think that film, it definitely has I like the message a lot. It has like sort of a wholesomeness to it, that the character Marta, she does all the right things, and even if it's not always like in her best interest, and amongst all of these self-interested people, her doing the right thing, it helps the truth come out, and it helps in the long run just by being selfless and all this. I think it's a very nice message. But I don't think like it's not, crazy deep. I think this film and Glass Onion, I think, was quite, I don't want to say surface level, but it was sort of like very like, look, we're doing a satire. Do you get the satire?
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, I got the satire. Mm-hmm. I think this one goes, the ways in which it tackles religion, faith, all this kind of stuff, I thought, and the way that plays into the personal aspects of the characters, I found to be very touching, like very well written, I thought.
Yeah, especially the second movie, I think it relied a lot on just the Benoit factor of the first one. Mm-hmm. Whereas this one, whilst Benoit is obviously a great addition and like makes this movie, I think even if it was just some random detective, it would still be like a compelling movie, Like it stands on its own as a very great film instead of just relying on the previous kind of like the previous built-up aura of the last two.
No, totally. I think, because I mean the film, has, I think it's like the first 30 minutes or something, Benoit's not even in it really.
Exactly.
And I think the Josh O'Connor, who's in the Anna de Armas, Janelle Monáe like main character role this time, I think he's my favorite main character of the bunch so far. I thought he was fantastic.
And we really liked Anna de Armas, but I think Josh O'Connor, fantastic in this. And I'm sorry for all the grief I've been giving him before, because he's really fucking good at this. And he's great in Challengers. And you know what? A man can own up, not to when he's wrong, because I don't think I was wrong, but if you had told me your James Bond picks after having seen this movie,
okay,
I think I would be less ridiculing towards you.
Okay. I mean,
so I'm not saying he would be a great Bond, but I'm just saying I can see a lot more where you came from now than I did before.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you, seeing that you were completely wrong and stupid, and you should beg for forgiveness. I'm really happy about that. I will say, I'm not huge on O'Connor for Bond. Like, it was a choice that I had out there. I also agree. I don't think he's like, I think he's amazing in this film. I don't think he's like the perfect choice for that role necessarily. But in this film, yeah, he puts in a really fantastic performance. I think there's a few standouts, and it's sort of hard to talk about them without like spoiling stuff. But I think Brolin also, who I've sometimes been a little bit middling on. I've never thought he was bad I've thought he's bad in some things, but like I've always thought like he's like, okay, he's a pretty good actor, but I don't think he's pretty good. He's a normal actor, you know what I mean? I thought he was really great.
I think there's been cases of the Harrison Ford phoning it in some of his roles.
I can see that.
Whereas I think in this one, I think he also you can tell that he's enjoying himself playing this crazy old priest.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a spoiler, but I did also laugh quite a lot when he was going in depth about his various masturbatory sessions.
Yeah. That's the biggest spoiler. That is the linchpin for the whole mystery.
Yeah. So why was Wake Up Dead Man great? Man, Brolin went in depth about his masturbation.
Yes. Brolin basically drew out the layout of his goon cave. No, I did think that was funny as well. And I thought Glenn Close was very good. She puts in a fantastic performance. I think the rest of the cast, like the ensemble, we have Reiner.
We do have Reiner in a genuinely gross and weird role that I still very much enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Reiner coming off of some allegations, which sort of color his appearance a little bit in this.
What were the Reiner allegations again?
Did we not talk about this? The stuff with the...
I feel like...
the woman who said, some unsavory. We 100%.
Oh no, yes. I remember. Sorry, I need to banish all good thoughts of Reiner from my mind.
No, but I mean, just it slightly, I don't know, slightly colors some of the nuttiness of his performance here. Although he's not super nutty in general, but
I don't think he's super nutty. I think nutty stuff happens around him, but he himself is not a very likable character in this.
No. Who else is that? I think Kerry Washington's in this. She's pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked. Actually, I did not particularly care for Andrew Scott's performance. I thought
I didn't really either. I thought it was kind of, he didn't really need to be there. First of all,
well, yeah. Also, should we just should we talk spoilers, because this kind of does ruin like, what if Andrew Scott was the murderer and you're like, yeah, he didn't really need to be in the movie. It's like, well, that kind of
yeah, that's true. That's true.
So should we just talk spoilers? I mean, we won't let's just talk spoilers. Wake Up Dead Man, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, spoilers for Wake Up Dead Man. But I did think his character veered more towards the Glass Onion type of, where it's like the satire is really on the nose. Like, he is, it's so obvious what he is like a parody of. And again, I say this all the time, like some of the satire and some of these jokes, like I'm not against, oftentimes it's like stuff that I agree should be satirized and I agree is bad or stupid or whatever. But it's like, that doesn't excuse you to like do it in a really sort of obnoxious, obvious way.
No, and it's also because there was a bit more subtlety to a lot of the other characters, and also as we said, pre-spoilers, I do think he doesn't have a huge. I know he acts as like a pawn that could be one of the murderers, I guess, but other than that, I don't feel like he really has that much to add to the actual story. I feel like usually there's a bunch of different pieces that are like, ooh, this could be him for whatever reason, but like the only thing that would be his real motivation to murder is to be like, is when Brolin told him he was gonna like cut him off from the publishing world.
Yeah, no, it's like he definitely was not the killer.
No.
And yeah, but I mean, besides that, I did think the like political satire. There's obviously a lot of, the son, Josh Brolin's illegitimate son character. He's a politician. He's running all kinds of
Daryl McCormick, I believe.
Sure. And Brolin is definitely there are definitely Trump parallels to him. Yeah. And I thought all that stuff was actually, not bad and kind of interesting. Like, the only time I thought, like, this is stupid is when Andrew Scott was like, and they kind of are self-aware because he says, like, and what, you're going to make a Netflix version where we're all idiots or whatever. So that was kind of self-awareness. But he also still, whenever someone says, like, oh, you snowflake, you're gonna go on a podcast about this, aren't you? It always feels like the screenwriter just found out what a podcast is. You know what I mean?
BHL's thinking, let's not slate the podcast.
Yeah, no, that's my problem with it. Come on, bro. We're kind of cool, but
we kind of cook in this episode. I don't know.
But in general, I thought the like political satire was not obnoxious in a way that it was a little bit in Glass Onion. I thought it was kind of interesting, and I think it also. Same with the Christianity faith stuff. I think it did a very good job of like balancing, the different perspectives on like religion, this kind of stuff, where you have Josh Brolin as the like, manipulative, using it for his own ends. You have Benoit Blanc, who's clearly an atheist.
Who's just a non-believer.
Yeah, and then you have Father Judd, who represents this more like, the forgiveness and the kindness and the sort of that core of Christianity. And
also the woman with chronic pain, the representing like kind of why people turn to faith sometimes as well.
I mean, there was a whole a whole group, the whole group of them, there were different things of why people could turn to faith. And also again, that's the sort of some of the Trump connections where again it is lampooning them in ways, but it also, I think it did a little more to show like how a strong man, someone with rhetoric and this kind of stuff, someone who excludes others to make others feel like they're part of a group, all this kind of stuff. Like it did in a way where it wasn't like the same joke, same bit that you've seen over and over again. It was making a little bit of a point, which I appreciated.
Yeah, I fully get you. What did you think of the banter, interaction / bromance between Craig and Father Judd?
I thought it was great. I loved their first scene together. I thought they were...
they had really good chemistry back and forth.
Yeah, they honestly, because I just watched Catch Me If You Can again last night, they had a little bit of a Hanks DiCaprio sort of like...
I can see that.
Like father-son, but also like, he's trying to catch him, he's trying to evade him a little. There was a little bit of that like kind of charming dynamic.
Yeah. Also, like especially the scene where they like the Eve's apple or something is revealed, and they're sitting there talking to the dumb son. It's like, no clue what that means. And so and then they like do a little look towards each other. Very nutty.
No, super, super nutty. Yeah, I thought it was nutty and well written, their sort of dichotomy on the Christianity thing. And just, yeah, I mean, again, they dial back the nuttiness of Blanc, but he's still... I just think in Glass Onion, and I realize in Glass Onion it's sort of the point, because I think towards the end it's revealed that like he was pretending to be stupid or whatever. But for a lot of that movie, he is almost like a caricature of like, he's doing this.
You're like Benoit playing Benoit.
Yeah, well, and he's and he's in the fez and the tub and all this kind of stuff. Like here, he obviously is still funny and charming, but like he felt a little bit more like a serious presence in the film, like not just sort of.
Do you think this is the most serious we've seen Benoit?
Yeah,
almost certainly,
definitely, yeah. Because the first one, he's also he's listening to the music.
First one, he is actually just a bumbling fool, where like suddenly something clicks at the very end.
Yeah, and like in this one, I do feel like, I don't know, it had like a little bit more gravity to it, the whole film, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
And his character as well. There was something else I was going to say about Benoit, besides him like having that shit like crazy
apart from certifiably having that shit on.
There's a Jeffrey Wright, a little kind of cameo role.
I thought Jeffrey Wright also very delightful in this.
Very good. What did you think of the actual, because this is one of my sort of complaints with it, I do think the actual mystery itself and the way it all clicks together, generally, quite compelling and well written. There was like a certain point around like either the middle or the 2/3 mark where I was a little bit like, what the fuck is happening again? Like, where are we? And I never felt that way about the first Knives Out.
Yeah, like I think it was stitched together in a way that wasn't as smooth as it maybe could have been, but I think that maybe is also something that just kind of has to be done because of the nature of the murder, like because it is supposed to be so, this whole divine murder and everything like that. I think it would be almost impossible to fully, or not impossible, but like I think it is very, very difficult to maybe create something that is so easy to follow or easy enough to follow to not have any questions throughout. Because I was the same. Like there were points where I'm like, okay, I'm still kind of getting what's happening, but there are a few like things that kind of, it felt like a little bit of a leap in logic or stuff like that, or it wasn't explained super clearly.
Yeah.
But the actual reveal at the end made up for it, I thought. Like again, not my favorite reveal of the Knives Out movies, but I still think it was tied together in a good way that maybe wasn't the best, but I think I can appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree. I think considering how impossible the crime is and then how you have to tie it together, considering there were only a couple things where I was like, I don't really understand or I don't really believe that, I think that is impressive. One of the things I will say I did not really buy is Glenn Close keeping the secret her entire life. And then because Father Judd was like, you wouldn't even confess to Josh Brolin, she immediately tells her deepest secret. Like, I know she's very close with Josh Brolin. Exactly. She's in that, circle of people. But I was like, I don't know about that. But I agree that the ending, like the poignancy, if that's the word, of the ending where she confesses and she talks to Father Judd. Mm-hmm. And also Benoit's moment, the road to Damascus thing, but where he...
The road to Damascus.
He's still not a believer, but he sees the sort of the grace and in the faith and this kind of... And he has that moment. I thought that was very powerful. And her like last moments with Father Judd, and she forgives Brolin's mother and all this.
Forgives Grace, yeah.
Or apologizes to her.
Exactly. And she sits there and says, Father... You're really good at this. It kind of got me.
I thought it was actually like very surprisingly moving and like impactful.
Yeah, exactly. So I just had a phone call.
Okay.
Trying to reach me now. I fully agree. I thought, it was a very good ending. I like how, again, this didn't feel like cheap or anything like that, but I do like how there are flashes of like absolute brilliance from Benoit, where like he at like a crazy like 20-meter distance can see that someone's lips are a bit pale. Like, okay, Benoit, like I see you, but at the same time, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, Benoit is that goated.
Does Benoit, in terms of his actual detecting abilities, what we saying here compared to the three movies? Do you think this is the best he's been, the worst he's been, or kind of middle ground?
I mean, in the second one, isn't he technically in on it the whole time? Like, I can't really remember, but isn't the reveal at the end like he knew, because he was with Janelle Monáe the whole time, so he kind of knew the whole time anyway? I don't know.
Oh, that is true, I guess.
I don't know, but I think he does. there was not really a moment in this where I thought like in the first one, and again, it's funny, and maybe he's deceiving us even, maybe we don't get the whole Benoit mindset, but like there are moments in the first one where I'm like,
we're not in that Benoit grind.
I'm like, he does not know what the fuck he's doing here. This one, there was never, there's moments where he's not fully put it together, but I always, again, he felt very competent and like with it in this one, as opposed to
exactly
Glass Onion, where he's like kind of a bumbling buffoon.
And also, it felt, despite the crazy organ playing at times, he also felt like maybe he knew when to be a bit more tasteful with it in this one. There was not many, now that's hooey.
There were,
I guess maybe apart from the jiggly wiggly.
But I mean, also, Brolin, he was kind of a bad guy. I think he deserved a little bit of the jiggly wiggly. But yeah, no, there was also is there, again, in the multifaceted approach to Christianity and all that, is there an implication that Benoit Blanc's mom was homophobic and like that's why they have a strained relationship? I feel like that was when he was talking to Father Judd.
I feel like that was implied a little bit. Like my mom was religious and saying, like he lists reasons he doesn't like the church. I can see that.
But and again, I think it's so easy to not go at things that could be like slightly controversial or whatever, even if you're going to do it in a nuanced way. And I appreciate Rian Johnson taking this nuanced approach that, like, I think you can watch as a non-Christian and appreciate the beauty of and whatnot, and also as a Christian and appreciate the, like, I think it's done very, very well.
It does it well by not really fully insulting anyone on either side.
Yeah,
or
just
ridiculing anyone on either side.
Yeah, making good nuanced points.
Exactly. And like also, as you said, like the Benoit thing, talking about his experience and why he maybe doesn't like it, in a way, like one removed, also a little nod to Hugh Grant, his hubby,
I guess,
which I did like.
A Hugh Grant cameo in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, I have to say, just the filmmaking of it, I just liked the, like, theatrical, cinematic, because the Knives Out films, they are, in being kind of reverent to mystery films and overdramatic, they're quite overdramatic movies in a good way. I liked all the, how the light comes through the church windows and, that when he's looking through a window and he's framed in the window and all these kind of, just the very cinematicness of it. I like that these movies are very, also it has that thing, a lot of, you see a ton of video essays or like YouTube shorts. It's like, why no movies look like movies anymore? They all look like they're Netflix movies, whatever. And ironically, this is a Netflix thing.
It feels like an actual movie.
Looks great. Yeah. So respect to the Johnson for that one.
Respect to Johnson, and again, we keep reiterating it, but man, did Benoit have that shit on! Like it just worked. It just worked in every level. Yeah. So I think it might actually be my favorite Knives Out movie.
Dang. Okay. No, I think I still, just as a whole movie, I think the first one is sort of a little bit of a modern classic, if you will. But I could see maybe because I watched it a couple days ago. I've been ready to rewatch. I'm like, what? I kind of want to watch it again. So it could move up. I think right now I have it at number 2 in terms of my favorite movies of the year.
Fair. Of the year.
Of the
I thought
year.
You were just gonna say of the Knives Out things, but damn.
Of 2025. But it could swap around with my number 1.
And what's the number 1 again?
The number 1 right now is One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another.
I think they're different.
They're kind of interchangeable almost in terms of ranking.
Trying to see which one go where. But yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go 4 stars. Could be a 4.5. I'm gonna go 4 at the moment, but I could be a 4.5. I really thoroughly enjoyed this.
I may agree with you here. I think right now, I may change this later, but maybe it's recency bias. But I'm gonna hit you with a 4.5.
Okay, no, totally acceptable. Also,
hop on my Benoit till I Blanc. What?
Okay. Very unacceptable. Direct Brolin quote from the morgue.
That was all of Renner's lines?
Yeah. Also, by the way, do we think it's interesting that Renner was referenced in the previous film in like a joking way? Remember there's like a Renner hot sauce? And now Renner's just straight up in this one?
I did not remember. There was the Renner hot sauce. The
Renning hot or something, and now Renner's just here.
And now he's here as a
sad, divorced alcoholic?
Yeah, who kills people?
Yeah, I guess
that's what happens when you start your own hot sauce line.
Yeah, maybe in the Knives Out universe. But yeah, very good film. Shout out Wake Up Dead Man. And shout out Rian Johnson for dropping possibly the best film of the year on my birthday.
Ooh. True.
You didn't have to do all that, Ryan.
Birthday.
That's really nice of you.
Ryan, thank you for thinking of me. You my boo.
I know you're a big fan of the pod.
I know you've been watching that BHL 2. What are your thoughts on what Tarantino's yapping about? I want to know.
Hey, bro, if he's on that BHL 2, man, he's having a great time because that's a go-to channel. Check it out.
Great channel.
Subscribe. Please help me hit 1,000 subs. Please. Now it is time for
the Timecodes.
I have terrible news here. That is a lack of news because.
Oh, okay. My heart actually just sank.
Yeah, you can't start. Yeah, you can't
start the Tom Cnews going, I've got terrible news.
Yeah, no, that's my bad.
Bro definitely lost his knees or something.
Because I've Googled Tom Cruise here and there's genuinely nothing.
The news that Cruise is actually taking some time off?
Maybe, yeah. It's the news that Cruise is finally taking a breather. In lieu of Tom Cruise this week, we might just do a cheat here. Because I do just have just a completely, literally no relation to Tom Cruise, but just a completely random anecdote.
Okay.
To replace the Tom Cruise.
I meant Tom Cruise.
Because I'm sorry. There is nothing here that I care to talk about. But just because we had a conversation on the pod, I don't know if it's last episode, but some episodes ago, where I was compared to Jesse Eisenberg from Now You See Me, in my mannerisms in some way. And a new BHL celebrity lookalike has been named, and I just want to throw out because I think it's a good thing, but I'm also like a little skeptical. It also contributes to a running theory I have that my celebrity lookalikes are just white men with big foreheads. But I wanted to see what you think.
Okay, I'm sitting here looking at a list of a cast list, and I'm just gonna take a guess before you tell me who it is, because I can kind of see the resemblance here. Is it Jeffrey Wright?
You got me. It's actually Kerry Washington. No. It is specifically from the movie Love Actually, Andrew Scott. I'm going to send you the photo specifically that was used to
let me see
compare me here.
Oh my god.
Which I kind of see.
But that's not Andrew Scott. That's Andrew Lincoln.
Oh, Andrew Lincoln. What did I say? Andrew Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Andrew Lincoln.
Oh my god.
Is it? It's kind of...
That is... You've done a lot of genuinely horrific comparisons to yourself and other celebrities.
Hey, I did not make this comparison.
Literally the Black Panther. And
I did not make that comparison either. That was someone else.
And you were proud of it and you shouted it from the rooftops. But this right here, dude, this is kind of bang on.
This is kind of very accurate. I mean, because he's got blue eyes.
He's got that shit on.
He's got that shit. This kind of looks like something I might wear. He's got sort of the same face shapes, kind of the same forehead. I mean, I'll take it. He's a handsome guy.
He's a very handsome man. But man, this is accurate.
I just hit the same pose as the photo for everyone listening. But.
I'm sure they could sense that through the audio.
Yeah, they could feel the Andrew Lincoln aura coming through. But yeah,
the picture we're talking about in question is Andrew Lincoln full spread. He just showing the starfish, by the way.
Yeah,
and he did just do that.
It's the first thing that comes up when you Google Andrew Lincoln.
And the likeness is uncanny.
But yeah, no, because and for those who don't know, it's the guy who holds up the signs in Love Actually. Which, by the way, is funny because in a pre-recorded pod we've done, which will come out at some point, I went on a long-winded rant about how much I fucking hate the movie Love Actually. But
now you are the movie Love Actually.
I'm the main iconic part of Love Actually, so that is, I guess, a curse I'll live with.
God, I don't know how the fuck you managed to turn a lack of Tom Cruise into something this brilliant. But this is
something this fucking
is very good.
I'm saying if you Google this, by the way, it's the photo of, it's not him with the signs. It's this photo of him like he's looking kind of quarter to the left or something. He's got this like little sweater jacket with a little bit of a zipper on it, like you know what I mean.
He's got his dick in his left hand, I think.
Yeah. And he's got his right hand straight up the gooch.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
it's the old Andrew Lincoln finger blaster.
Yeah, aka the opening scene from Love Actually, obviously.
AKA the sign scene in Love Actually.
Yeah, the sign scene. You open the door.
God,
and
imagine
Lincoln
that. You're going
his own butt.
God, you're like trying to win a girl back. What will I do? I know. Finger blast your own anus.
A foolproof plan?
I might have to try that one. If I'm incarcerated, you know why?
I don't know, man. I think only Lincoln could pull that one off. But yeah. Also,
But you look exactly like Lincoln.
Hey, yo, that's a very good point. Also, does this mean that if I were to like get older and grow a beard, will I look like Walking Dead Andrew Lincoln?
Ooh, I don't know. Walking Dead Andrew Lincoln not as handsome as this, so I don't know if you want that.
No. Well, I don't know. He's kind of handsome, but he also, I don't know. He looks a bit more. He looks kind of Aaron Taylor Johnson. Bro, in this picture, this is literally Aaron Taylor Johnson. I don't care what you say. This is not Andrew Lincoln, bro. This is straight up Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, I can see that. But actually, you know what? There he is a bit handsome. So
maybe
you are just a time-traveling Andrew Lincoln.
Maybe. I gotta grow out the beard. But my beard does not grow this majestic, though. My beard grows very patchy and kind of sad.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't put yourself down, little bro.
Thanks, buddy.
Buddy. I think here's a, again, in the lack of Tom Cnews, here's an interesting thing. I think
when we don't talk news, we just go to fun facts.
Complete filibustering. I think there are two types of people in this world. Right?
Okay, this is about to get real racist.
I think there are people who can use buddy in a non-condescending way, and people who can't.
Yeah.
And you're definitely in the latter category.
I think I use buddy as a term of endearment. I feel like it's great.
I don't think you can use it as a term. I think
You're
there's
my buddy.
always something.
You're my little buddy.
Nah, it doesn't work. You can't say it. I think it's
You're my
definitely the
pocket
majority
pal.
of people can't use it. What did you just say?
I called you my pocket pal.
Now that you use brilliantly.
Typically that is used for people who are shorter than you, I would imagine, so it doesn't really have the same impact, but we move.
You can say it to maybe 4 people.
Okay. That was uncalled for? You're gonna be buddy for the rest of your life? Little bro?
I don't know. It's just don't you agree though?
I totally agree, bro. Yassine fucking calls me buddy all the time to mess with me because he did it once, and I was like, "Don't call me buddy," and now he does it literally every chance he gets. So,
yeah, exactly.
no.
Like there's this Yassine I can't see as a guy. Like I can see you calling someone, like if you're talking about someone, like, oh, it's my buddy. This that I can see, but I'm like,
can do that.
You saying something directly to another person, calling them buddy. I can't see you doing it non-condescendingly. I'm sorry.
Can I say I don't usually use buddy? I like, personally, my go-to. I like to hit a boss. I like to go like, "What's up, boss?" That's a good. I
think boss works. Boss works. Yeah, I've used buddy many a time, but it's never once been with good intent.
Yeah, no, it's always meant to put someone down. I will say, my friend Brendan, shout out Brendan, he does use the word in reference to the show The Bear. He does occasionally call me chef, which I kind of fuck with. Not gonna lie, that's kind of cool.
Also kind of works.
We hit a little chef. Sometimes hits me with a cousin. Not often though. That goes a little too far into the bear lore.
He calls me Carmy sometimes. I don't really get it.
Not a fan. Actually, Carby's my
So
killer.
you and Brennan big on the nicknames. One of my good buddies and I were talking like random nicknames. What are your thoughts on being called the Big Easy?
What? The Big Easy. Didn't you have some was this it? Did you, when we were out?
The Big Easy? I don't think I was ever called the Big Easy.
Okay, no, but we were out on we were out drinking.
We were out on the
as
town.
we are every night. No, we were out for this thing, and you kept trying to make this shows that we were probably drinking a little too much, but you kept trying to make something happen that I can't remember what it was. Like, and everyone was telling you to shut the fuck up. You were doing like a catchphrase. You were testing out a catchphrase, and we were all like, "That's genuinely terrible." What was this?
Oh, Was this on the recent night out?
Yeah. We were walking to the metro stop or whatever, and you were like, and you were saying you and I don't know, one of your friends. Anyway. If we can't remember.
Was it trying to make Justin Trudeau happen? And saying
No.
every single time you want to say that's so true, you say that's so Justin?
No, never mind.
Because again, that kind of goes so hard.
This is a good like sweep to get all of your genuinely terrible ideas out there. This is all a trap just to get you to admit all the dumb shit you talk about.
Yeah, there's definitely hella Tom Cnews.
Yeah, bro, now what are we doing here? What is this the most relevant Tom Cnews that's ever been done? I'm sorry, there's no fucking news. And by the way, we're doing this on Monday, so if something genuinely insane happens in the next 5 days, I'm sorry.
Yeah, people are gonna be like, oh my god, thank God they're here to talk about the new Tom Cruise situation. Sitting here talking about, yo, that's so Justin. Would you want to be called the Big Easy?
Yeah, going over. Yo, I don't call people buddy. I like to hit a boss every now and then, though.
Yo, my friend, he's been hitting me with a chef sometimes.
Actual filibuster. Anyway, that's the Tom Cnews for this week, I guess. I hope you enjoyed that really insightful Tom Cruise history. Well, with all that said, that's the episode for this week. Hope you enjoyed. What did you think of Wake Up Dead Man and the news we talked about? Let us know down below in the comments. While you're at it, be sure to like this video, subscribe. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and if you're there, we're on YouTube. If you're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, please leave a 5-star rating, a nice review. Tell your friends about the pod. Maybe they'd like it. Maybe don't recommend this one for the Tom Cruise specifically. It might be very confusing.
Yeah, this is not the Tom Cruise one to go for.
But yeah, you can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, my second channel, BHL2, my Instagram, BHL_Hudson, and my letterbox at RealBHLHudson. And you can email the pod at BHLHudsonVids@gmail.com.
God, the fact that there's a BHL2 now in this, it's throwing me off my game.
It threw me off my rhythm very clearly.
You can find me on YouTube at FTK Space Gaming, on Instagram at Fidalgard, and on Letterboxd at FTK_Thwilms.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Jiggly wiggly.
Very sensual.